Hello, my name is John Rose, and this is a special video for YouTube that has to do with your new policy where you say not suitable for all advertisers. Review requested. Just started implementing this recently, and I've got a real simple solution for you guys to save all this manual review. And what we need to do is, let's be fair. If advertisers have a list of videos they don't want to advertise on, why don't we consider the possibility that every video that they're against, the advertisers? I'm willing to bet that if every advertiser or every YouTuber was to make a list of advertisers they didn't want to advertise on their channel, it would coincide with the same list of advertisers that don't want to advertise on that channel. I don't see a problem. We don't want you, you don't want us. They negate each other out. Why should we be penalized when we get to advertise on someone else's place, or someone else gets to advertise with our channel? Are you guys saying that you get different rates for different people, and you pay, the drug people pay more to advertise on a video channel that says drugs are bad? Is that how it works? Well, he who has the gold makes the rules. Is that what they say? Now, it's a little more complicated than that, but the point is made that there's sickness everywhere. But YouTube, you people, not every one of you workers in there are sick. It's only at the top of your organization. And it's not easy when you have psychopaths at the top. See, that's where they go to. They gravitate to positions of power. They go to the government. They go to the political end of it. They become priests and ministers. Again, they go to positions of power. They become president of the United States. Think about it in this way. If you're always getting in trouble, what's the best way to stay out of trouble? Take charge of the people who take care of the people, or try to control the people who are out of control and are making trouble. That's how you stay out of trouble. You become your own guard. And that's kind of what's happening now to us, is that these people have gravitated to the positions of power. And they can't get away with what they're doing unless they have all those clogs in the wheel. So you people at YouTube, each one of you have the power to override what you think is suitable for enough advertisers. But if you really want to be just, let's make it easier for YouTube creators to point out who they don't want to advertise. Now, I already know we have the feature to say you can take a URL from an ad and say, I don't want that ad on my channel. But you're making us work too hard, because there are a whole bunch of different URLs doing the same thing. I'd like to just take this one group and say, I don't want them advertising on my channel. They don't want to advertise on my channel either. Good. They negate each other out. So I hope you guys understand that we all play a role when it comes to where we are. Most people at YouTube aren't psychopaths. I'm appealing to y'all. Y'all need to do something. But you have to study the defense against the psychopath. It's not easy to take down a psychopath. You gotta be prepared. You gotta have support before you go into this attack, if that's what you decide to do. Again, watch Defense Against the Psychopath. It explains that these sick people gravitate to the positions of power. And end up ruling the world. They become the CEOs of corporations like Google. Corporations don't have a conscience. They can do anything they want, basically. They have immortality. One of the worst things we've ever done is created corporations. It created an entity now these people can hide under. So we have to understand that there are a very small group of people that belong to this interlocking board of directorates that all pretty much own and control the vast majority of this planet. And they're the ones that are trying to keep us sick. And this is what this is all about. So when you censor someone trying to stop suffering, when you censor someone because they quoted Buddha and are only asking people to do something they've never done before. Now, how can my video quoting Buddha and getting people to do something they've never done before threaten any advertiser when there's nobody promoting that? No one's promoting doing something we've never done before except me. There's no way I can threaten any advertiser except what I'm getting people to do will put an end to this madness. Aren't you guys fed up with this crap? Are we going to let this small group of people keep doing this to us? We got to stand up. We got to make this work. You play a role. You got to be the best that you can be. If you haven't taken a solid food vacation, you got to learn about it. If this is the first time you see me, you got to learn about it. You play a role. Be a trim tab. Be in the first wave of heroes that can turn this whole planet around. Oh, we're going to censor you. You want to take us out of hell and put us into paradise. Shame on you. We don't like you. Once again, who do you work for? Who's your boss? Where's your heart? Have you found your heart? Have you lost your heart? If you want to gain back your heart and your sense of oneness with everything, it's simple. You got to bump up something that we're destroying. It's called a biophoton. Chemicals, that's what that whole show was about. Recently, I talked about chemicals destroy our food. Organic has 5 times the biophotons as does this conventional food. But the first mistake we made is what destroys it completely. That's the cooking of our food. It may sound too simplistic, but remember, everything that's profound is simple. The more profound, the simpler it is. I can't think of anything simpler. Oh, we just start cooking our food, and could that have changed anything? Oh, that's ridiculous. How can cooking food change anything? Have you ever put your hand in a fire and let it stay there for a while? Put it in a pot of boiling water for 5 minutes and let's see what happens. Does it change anything? We're under a spell. That's what happens when you play with fire. Look at all the good things that come with it. Yeah, a lot of great things came with fire. But that's the problem with all new knowledge, isn't it? Only a matter of time before we make a bad application. Hopefully we'll realize, hey, that's a bad application. Look what happened. But this one, it hooked us. Now we're under a spell. There's only one way to break that spell, and that's when you take a solid food vacation. I guarantee you, my friends, when you can break that spell, your life changes in a way that's incomprehensible. And you got to do it to experience it, and when you do, you'll be glad because it was a treat.